So I have found myself needing a USB power output in my secondary vehicle. My primary vehicle has one, but my daughter's vehicle broke down, and while we're waiting for parts for that to show up, she's driving my vehicle and I'm having to drive my secondary vehicle. So today, go ahead and come along with me and I will show you how to put USB power outputs into an older vehicle so you can charge your cell phone or whatever you need. So I am going to be installing this little guy. I just got it off of Amazon. It's 12 volts, 4.8 amp output. It's got these little doors that come down to your USB. It's got a face cover, and I'm just going to end up screwing it into the spot that I picked out to put it. I also have 40 feet, 12 volt DC cable, 18 gauge wire that I'm going to be using. My secondary vehicle is a first-gen Toyota Tacoma, and it is a hunting truck secondary vehicle, and it's a little dirty right now, so please excuse that mess. So I have decided that I want to put it right down here next to the gear shifter, just off a little ways, so that way I can plug my hard hat in and my light on my hard hat can charge at night. I can run my cell phone or whatever else I want, camera batteries, whatever. So you could get real technical and you could take a little pencil or pen and mark all these. I'm just going to kind of eyeball it, and I'm going to drill my first hole right there to put my wires through. Okay, for ease of everything, I just went ahead and pulled it. Try to get this camera angled so you guys can see a little bit better. So I got all my wires through. I got a smaller drill bit. Then I'm going to be drilling some pilot holes for the screws. I'm just going to get it here, line it up the way I like it, and then drill 2 little pilot holes. The screws that came with it, they're actually self-tappers, but I do like to do pilot holes. It just makes everything a little easier. You could use a drill on this. I'm not going to. I find that it's really easy to over torque them with the drill, and then you strip them out and then they don't want to hold very well. Doing it with a screwdriver, you can feel the tightness a lot better. Alright, and then it comes with this nice little cover, and it just snaps right on. Got your little doors to keep them clean, wires are going through. Now we'll go ahead and do the actual wiring up to the vehicle. So like I said before, this is a work truck, a hunting truck, fishing truck. It's a little dirty. So now we're going to strip these wires, and I'm going to do something you really probably shouldn't do, because I forgot to bring my wire strippers out. Trained professionals only. All right, on these clips, it's a bent piece of metal that comes around and they meet here in the middle. When you clamp them, you'll notice your crimpers have a little notch here and a circumference here. You want the circumference to go where they meet and the notch to go in the back. And you squeeze. Now, I didn't bring the heat gun out, so I gotta warm my lighter up. Yeah, it's a nice partly cloudy day here in Idaho, and it is cold today. And the wind is slightly blowing, so give me a second here. All right, I had to shut the other door. Let's see if that was enough to stop the wind. So this is a ground wire. You don't really have to heat shrink it, but it is a heat shrink connection, so why not? It'll help hold the wire in the connector, keep your connections good. Then let it cool for a little bit. Okay, so I have a bolt under there that I got some other grounds going on, and it's pretty tight under that dash, and I'm kind of a big guy, so I'm gonna try to get the camera up under there and show you where I'm gonna ground this. And if anybody's wondering where I ran the wires, I just went up underneath the dash, tried to keep them out of the way of everything. I'll come back with some zip ties and connect it to make sure that your feet don't catch it or it doesn't get caught in pedals or the steering column or anything. Okay, so you can see that little bolt right there. It's got some other grounds coming off of it already. Some I did, some the previous owner did, but it makes for a good chassis ground, so that's the one I'm going to use. Came through the firewall, I routed it with some of the other wires that were here. I'm going to turn, and I'm just going to go off of the battery post right here. Yeah, I could have gone into a fuse box either under the hood or inside the car, but I want those to be constant power. I don't want them to work with the key. I want them to work all the time, and that's why I'm going directly to the battery. Now, the thing to keep in mind, if you are doing this on like a secondary vehicle and you keep something plugged in for a long time, eventually it could run your battery down, so just keep that in mind. Now, when you're playing with a battery, be very careful. You do not want any of your metal tools going across your positive and negative. It will short out and spark and scare the hell out of you. Once again, I don't want to walk back to the garage to get my wire strippers, so and it's for trained professionals only. Don't do that. It's bad for your teeth, children. Okay, so through the magic of editing, I got another one. Let's see if I can do it without missing on this one. Trying to make sure that all of this is in the shot for the camera, and accidentally pulled it out while I was trying to crimp it. There, that one we got. Now, I do recommend using heat shrink on anything that is going to be on a positive wire. You don't want it touching anything else and accidentally shorten out. We'll see if the wind will cooperate. My lighter being cold will cooperate. I might have to go get my little propane torch. Nope, it all cooperated. Okay, now that I got the right one, turned out to be a 7/16. Go ahead and loosen that up. Go right underneath, tighten it back up. While I'm here, I'll make sure everything else is nice and snug. So I'm going to go back and zip tie all of this just to make sure that it's all clean, it doesn't vibrate, rub anywhere that's not supposed to, and short out. I don't think you guys really need to watch that, nor do I think you want to watch it. But now that it's all hooked up, I will go grab a charger and my phone, and we'll see how well it works. Our little light's on, which lets us know we have power. I've already plugged my hard hat in. It's registering power. All right, let's see if I can do this. So this is a newer Samsung phone. It's actually what I do all of the editing on for this channel. And we are charging. We do have a slow charge due to temperature, but like I said, it's cold out here. So that should charge the phone just fine when the phone warms up a little bit. Now we have two sources of power in my first gen Tacoma. We can charge anything we want to that goes off of USB, and the 4.5 amps should be more than enough. Some of you might be wondering why I didn't just get one of those that plug into the cigarette lighter. Well, the cigarette lighter's old, doesn't work. I don't want to fix it right now, and it only works with the key on, so yeah, that wasn't going to work. I wanted it to be able to charge my hard hat and anything else I wanted with the vehicle off, because I do use this vehicle quite a bit for hunting and stuff, and if I want to charge up my batteries, my phone, my GoPro batteries, I want to be able to do it without having to run the vehicle. If you guys like this video, please subscribe, hit the little bell, share it, make comments. Coming up here pretty soon, I should be putting out a video when the parts show up of my daughter and I fixing her vehicle. We're going to be doing new injectors and coils on it. And besides just doing some of these around the house how-to videos, hopefully I will be able to do some more outdoor videos here pretty soon. First of the year, Christmas, everything's been pretty hectic, and the bosses have been wanting me to work weekends, so it's really hard to do good outdoor videos when you don't really have the time to do it.